Like they say, all you need is $1 and a dream.
Oh, if I hit the mega jackpot, I would like to travel.
Probably invest some of it.
Buy a house, pay off debt.
It's that dream of a lottery win that made millions of Americans buy more than $60 billion worth of tickets last year.
3, 2, cure.
All you have to do is match our 5 picks plus the mega number.
The lotteries cleared almost $18 billion in profit. The winners get paid, and the states fill their coffers, plugging strained budgets with much-needed cash for everything from education to teacher retirement funds, even programs to help compulsive gamblers.
Make Me a Millionaire scratchers give you a chance to...
Of course, there's a reason the state lotteries make so much money. The odds against winning, especially in the bigger games, are astronomical. But most people lucky enough to beat those odds collect their prize money without any problems. But not always. Bob Sehested of Camarillo, California, is a regular lottery player.
I like to play when it gets over 100 million, because then you can dream about what you would do if you hit the 100 million, even though you don't expect to.
On February 14, 2006, Bob was like millions of other Americans, hoping for a little luck. He was playing the Mega Millions game, a lottery drawing that combines money from 12 states. The rules are easy. Just pick the same 6 numbers that come up in the drawing, and you win the jackpot. But the odds of doing that are 175 million to 1. Still, somebody eventually wins, and that's why millions of players like Bob keep buying tickets.
My 50th birthday, I bought 50 tickets because the lottery prize was $120 million. So you want to dream a little.
Instead of picking his own numbers, Bob let the computer pick the numbers for him. Despite the odds, Bob was still dreaming about what he'd do with all that money.
Put enough money into the bank that the interest would be enough to survive for the rest of my life, and then I can leave it to the kids.
Bob was a frequent customer at this store in Camarillo, about an hour northwest of Los Angeles. He was even on a first-name basis with the man behind the counter.
The person I bought the ticket from, I saw him almost on a daily basis. We talked, we were friendly.
And the next afternoon, February 15th, at about 2:30, he went back to check his tickets. That same clerk had big news.
Told me someone hit the 500,000 in the store.
One of their customers had picked 5 of the 6 numbers correctly and had won the second prize. Not the jackpot of $120 million, but still a hefty sum, a bit more than $530,000. The clerk knew that because the lottery computer had already told him that the second prize ticket had been sold in that store, but no one knew who the winner was. Still hopeful, Bob used a machine in the store like this one to scan his tickets. You just slide the barcode under the scanner and it tells you if you're a winner or not. Most of Bob's tickets were no good, but one ticket flashed a different message.
But all it said on one of my tickets was, "Congratulations, C retailer." And again, no one expects to win. Sure, your heart races because you know someone hit the $500,000.
The scanner only told him he had a winning ticket, but not how much he'd won. To find out, he had to give it to the clerk, who'd check it on his lottery computer. What did the clerk tell him?
And they tell you won $4.
$4. Not the big winner, but at least enough to play the game a few more times. So he told the agent,
"Okay, give me 4 more tickets. I'll see you later. And go on with your life."
And where was the winner of that $500,000 prize? 6 weeks passed, and the lottery still hadn't announced a winner. That's when Bob happened to be looking at the local newspaper's website.
And they have a video, they're looking for the winner in Camarillo.
It was the store security video of a man buying what turned out to be the $500,000 ticket on the morning of the drawing, February 14th.
Now, I knew the store the ticket was bought in. I clicked on the link to see, maybe I know the person. And I could contact them and let them know they won.
That video could help lottery officials identify the winner because their computers told them the winning ticket was purchased at exactly 2:20 p.m. And who did Bob see on that video coming into the store right at that time? His wife.
And when she was walking through, I said, "That's Wendy." And then I backed up, blew up the screen, and I said, "That's me."
But if Bob was the winner, where was his $500,000? Bob Sehested of Camarillo, California, had just watched himself buying what turned out to be a $500,000 winning lottery ticket at this store.
And when I blew up the screen and I said, "That's me."
Trouble is, Bob didn't have the prize money and didn't understand what had happened. The clerk behind the counter had told him his winning ticket was only worth $4. So
I called lottery and it all went from there.
lottery investigators came to Sehested's house and interviewed him. They quickly determined that Sehested was the legitimate winner of the $500,000 prize, and he eventually got his money. But why hadn't Bob known he'd had the winning ticket in the first place? After some more investigation, it became clear the clerk had stolen the winning ticket. Here's how he did it.
When I put my ticket on the counter for him to check it, he was waiting on another customer, and he kept glancing down at my ticket. And then when he was done with that customer, for some reason, he went into the back room. Then he came back, and then he checked my ticket and told me it was $4.
Apparently, the clerk knew he was looking at the winning numbers.
So I guess since he knew that the store had the $500,000 winner, he knew what numbers he was looking for.
And it seems he was prepared. He had another ticket handy in the back room, ready to substitute just in case the big winner showed up. That substitute ticket was for a mere $4 winner, the ultimate switcheroo. Lottery investigators became suspicious when the clerk tried to cash the $500,000 ticket. Any large claim like that gets investigated, and the clerk's story about how he got the ticket didn't add up. Investigators arrested the clerk. He pleaded guilty to grand theft and making a false claim to a government agency. He was sentenced to more than 5 years in prison. It was a happy ending for Bob Sehested. He used his winnings to buy into a tool manufacturing company. But he was shocked that the clerk he knew by name and saw every day would rip him off.
I didn't pay attention. I trusted him, and that was a mistake.
California tries to assure that what happened to Bob doesn't happen to others, and like most states, takes extra precautions to make the lottery secure and fair. Inside lottery headquarters in Sacramento, we were given a tour of the room where they draw those winning numbers. It's literally sealed shut.
And she'll do one, I'll do the other.
2 ID cards have to be scanned at the same time to gain entry.
As soon as the door opens, we have cameras that automatically come on, audio and video cameras.
Jeff Ailes is the gaming security manager.
Why do you need a seal? Why not just a lock with a special key?
If there's a lock and key, someone could get that key and duplicate it and go from there.
The lottery's computer systems track everything from winning numbers and sales figures to where winning tickets are bought and redeemed. They even make sure those balls used to pick the lotto numbers are all exactly the same.
And then every month we do a ball weigh and cleaning and measuring. And what we do is we go to the nearest thousandth of a gram.
Thousandths of a gram?
Yes.
The diameters are constantly checked, and each ball is given the equivalent of the spa treatment.
Wipe them off, we powder them and make sure that they're in good order, and then we tuck them away into their little case and have them sealed.
That's a lot of levels of security.
It has to be. Because if anyone thought that the integrity of the lottery was down, we could close our doors. No one would want to play our games. We want to ensure that everyone has a fair and equal chance.
And with all that security, most people hope that if you're lucky enough to beat those odds and buy that winning ticket, you're going to get your money. But the problem with lottery security isn't inside headquarters, but outside, at the stores where tickets are bought, sold, and redeemed. We obtained lists of top winners from 10 state lotteries. We found that in many of those states, lottery retailers, clerks, and their relatives are among the biggest winners. In Pennsylvania, a Philadelphia retailer cashed 18 lottery tickets in 3 months for a total of $45,000. In New Jersey, a retailer cashed 105 lottery tickets for more than $236,000. In New York, another retailer has cashed 120 winning tickets for more than $500,000. In Illinois, we found one store where 4 employees and 5 of their relatives cashed a total of 556 winning tickets for more than $1.6 million. In California, lottery investigators were seeing the same thing. In fact, in 2007, the 5 most frequent winners in California were retailers. One store owner in Los Angeles cashed 121 tickets for more than $160,000.
Morning.
California lottery officials want to know why some of its retailers are cashing in big. So investigators have begun to ask questions, going undercover. This investigator is posing as a customer who doesn't know she has a winning ticket.
You check these for me. They're my friends. I don't think they're winners, but you can just check them for me.
Will she get her money?
We're there to help you guys.
In California, they're serious about making sure their lottery retailers are honest and have mounted an unprecedented investigation of store owners and ticket sellers.
Be safe. Pat's going to give a safety briefing, and he's going to give out the ops.
Bill Hertog is head of the lottery's Security Enforcement Division. He says if a person who sells lottery tickets is winning big, there are just a couple of explanations.
Plays a lot or somehow scammed it.
Hertog and his team of investigators wanted to find out what was going on.
People are winning a lot. I don't think they're playing that much. It warrants another look.
Something suspicious was going on.
Right.
So the mission now is to send undercover lottery investigators into the field, and they're going to let us observe. But before we do, you need to know a little bit more about lottery games. No matter what state you play in, there are basically two types of games. First, there are the online games like Powerball or Mega Millions, called online because it's run via the lottery's computer. Remember, that's the kind of game Bob Sehested was playing. But for their investigation, the California Lottery will be using so-called scratch-off tickets. You buy a playing card for anything from $1 to $20. Scratch off the lucky words or numbers, and you can win lots of money. As we said, you can scan your ticket and find out if you've won or lost. In some states, it even tells you how much you've won. But in many places, you need to ask the clerk behind the counter to scan the tickets for you by using the lottery computer. Here's how the undercover investigation in California will work. The investigator will enter a store wearing a hidden camera and pretend to be an ordinary customer with a few of those scratch-offs. He'll ask the clerk behind the counter to check the tickets for him to see if any of them are winners.
Can you check those while I'm looking for stuff?
Is this a realistic scenario? I mean, to come in with a ticket and say, hey, scan it for me, let me know if it's a winner.
Yes, very real.
People do this all the time.
All the time. For the majority of the public, since the inception of the lottery, had to rely on the retailer and the clerk behind the counter.
What the clerk won't know is that one of the tickets is a guaranteed $1,000 winner. It's actually a special scratch-off ticket that the lottery investigators have manufactured just for this investigation. The investigator will play dumb, sometimes pretending that he doesn't play the lottery or that the tickets belong to someone else.
I don't know why my girlfriend keeps playing those things. She never wins.
Then he'll go off and shop in the store. There's a reason for that. He'll give the clerk a chance to be alone while she electronically scans the tickets. When she scans the winner, it will show up as a winner on the video screen, and the machine will automatically print a receipt confirming it. And that will be the moment of truth.
And that's their opportunity to do the right thing, represent the lottery in the proper way.
At this store in Santa Clara County, good news. These clerks do the right thing.
That's a $1,000 winner.
That's a what?
$1,000.
My girlfriend's going to be happy today.
Because the ticket is a large win, the clerk correctly explains that in order to claim the money, he has to take the winning ticket to a district lottery office or mail the ticket in along with a claim form.
And you'll attach it all here.
Oh, okay.
Again, this woman not only did her job, she added some solid advice.
And I do recommend sending it certified mail.
Oh, okay.
Everything is by the book. But some ticket sellers don't always play by the book. Investigators are beginning to see irregularities that could explain why some of those retailers end up cashing so many winning tickets. It's called discounting. California Lottery Director Joan Barucki.
Discounting is when a retailer or a clerk will offer to buy someone's winning ticket from them for a reduced amount. And then the retailer or the clerk will then submit it as a claim for themselves.
Why would someone sell a winning ticket to a retailer for less than it's worth? Simple. They may want to hide their winnings. Let's say a person has a $1,000 winning ticket. Normally, they'd have to take it to the lottery to get their money. But if they owe back taxes, court fees, or child support, the state will automatically deduct it from their winnings. So in order to avoid those payments, some people try to strike a deal. A retailer will sometimes offer to buy the ticket at a discount. Let's say $650 cash for that $1,000 winning ticket. The customer gets cash in the clear, and the retailer makes a profit. But lottery officials point out discounting hurts everyone.
And that's a loss to the state, that's a loss to the victim, it's a loss to the mother and child that's owed the back child support.
I don't think these are winners, but if you could check them for me, please.
At this store in Santa Clara, California, discounting is what this retailer is suggesting when an undercover lottery investigator hands him a winning ticket to check. He does reveal that it's a winner.
I'm sorry?
This is too big.
How much is it?
1,000.
You're kidding.
That's good.
$1,000?
$1,000.
But the investigator pretends it might be bothersome to claim the prize money according to the rules, which would mean mailing in the ticket or taking it to a lottery office to cash it.
Is that the only way to get paid, is to go through the lottery?
Not the only way.
That's when the retailer offers to buy it at a discount.
Or you can sell it.
Sell it?
Sell it for a lot less.
The clerk agrees to buy the $1,000 ticket for cash.
It's going to be $650.
Okay, so it's $1,000, and he'll give me $650 for it, so I don't have to pay my back court fees. Doesn't the lottery take that stuff out of the checks? If you have, like, back child support, they do? Okay.
She agrees and takes the money.
4, 5, 6, 15.
Hey, thanks a lot.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Later, we come back and show the owner, Vin Nguyen, the undercover video. This is your store.
Okay, I'll take $650, so I don't have to pay my court fees.
Well, you saw the tape, right?
Yeah, I saw
Okay,
the tape.
so now we know.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes we have customer here and then we try to help them out. They need some money quickly, you know, in urgent. So we make a convenience for customer.
But that convenience is against the rules, which may be why his wife ended up cashing the ticket and telling lottery officials she was the real winner.
Here's the question, though. Later, when your wife tried to claim the $1,000, she told authorities that she actually purchased that ticket.
Right.
Which isn't what happened, is it?
Actually, here we done here, and I have no more comment.
As we said, though he did nothing illegal, discounting is against lottery rules, and breaking those rules was costly to Mr. Nguyen. The lottery canceled his contract to sell lottery tickets. But the undercover investigators in California aren't just looking for retailers who discount. They're looking for retailers who steal. We're now in Riverside, California. Over the next 2 days, undercover investigators will visit 50 stores. Most clerks and store owners will do everything correctly.
We have $1,000 here.
You're kidding.
You wear $1,000.
But watch what happens in this store. We go in with our own hidden camera and record this female investigator as she comes in. We've obscured her face because she's working undercover. At first, she goes off and pretends to shop. Then she comes back to the counter with her tickets.
I don't think these are winners, but you can check them for me, please. Thanks.
Then she goes off and shops again. Watch the clerk. You can see as he scratches off the tickets and scans them. Remember, the lottery machine prints out a receipt and flashes on the monitor when the $1,000 winner is scanned. But when the undercover investigator comes back,
None of them are winners? All right. Have a good day.
he tells her none of the tickets are winners, but keeps them all, including the winner. Bill Hertog is monitoring his investigator from his car just outside the store.
She got ripped. So now we'll send in a backup ID. Backup's going to be to get another ID, make sure we get 2 videos on the suspect.
The second investigator will buy an online lottery ticket from the same clerk to further document the date and time of the alleged theft. Lotto investigators move on to this quickie market.
You check these for me. They're my friends. I don't think they're winners. You could just check them for me.
When the investigator comes back to the counter a few minutes later,
Any of those winners? No? All right. I never. Does anybody ever win on those things? So, sometimes?
Remember, one of those tickets is worth $1,000. Next stop, a liquor store that also sells lottery tickets. Would the clerk tell the investigator she has a winner?
No, none of them. All right, have a good day. Thanks, bye.
How about this clerk at a gas station? Will she identify that ticket as a winner?
None of them. All right, have a good day. Thanks.
What about this clerk at a cigarette store?
No winners. Thanks. Have a good day.
Over the course of 2 days, 7 store owners or clerks don't tell the undercover investigators about the winning tickets.
We go from operation, now we go to making a case.
So far, not telling the investigator about the winning ticket could simply be an honest mistake. The real question is, will any of the clerks who kept those tickets try to cash them in?
I'm a reporter with Dateline NBC.
If they do, they'll have some explaining to do.
Why would you tell somebody that a ticket was not a winner when it really was a winner?
Undercover investigators from the California Lottery visited 50 stores in Riverside County with lottery tickets they knew were $1,000 winners.
Can you check those while I'm looking for stuff?
Most of the time, the clerk or owner did the right thing.
You're kidding.
But at 7 stores, the clerks told the undercover investigator there were no winners.
None of them. All right, have a good day. Thanks.
And they kept the tickets. But were these just honest mistakes? The question now was whether any of the clerks would try to claim the prize money for themselves. Each ticket was worth $1,000, which means if any of the clerks wanted to cash in, they'd have to show up at a local lottery office or mail in a claim form. Lead investigator Bill Hertog was wondering how they'd explain their winnings.
Obviously, you can't tell us how they really got it, so that will be incriminating. Our mission is to get these people in custody, get what we can on statements, further our cases, do it safely.
2 months have gone by, and sure enough, some of those tickets have been claimed. We're back in Riverside, California with the lottery investigators who've already been into some of the stores and questioned the clerks who allegedly stole tickets during the undercover operation. Now, we're going to get a chance to talk to them.
So we're going to USA Gas. A lottery investigator went in with a $1,000 winning ticket, asked the clerk, who was a Samantha Ann Soto, to scan it, and she did and said there were no winners. And then she sent it in to claim it. Hey, how are you today? Can I show you something real quick? This is video. Can you see that okay?
We show her this video of the investigator asking her to check what we know is a winning ticket.
Do you recognize that young woman right there? That's not you? That's not you? Yeah? What is your name?
I'm Stephanie.
You're Stephanie. Does a Samantha Soto work here? Okay. Who is Samantha?
That's my twin.
That's your twin. I see. Okay. Is that your mom?
It turns out we're speaking to a Ms. Soto, all right, just not Samantha Ann Soto.
Hello.
The woman on the video really is this woman's twin sister. Her mother is the manager.
We have your daughter on videotape accepting a $1,000 winner and telling a woman that it was a loser.
I don't have an answer for you, but this can't be on camera.
Samantha, it turns out, is out of town, and authorities reach her by phone. She agrees to turn herself in. Samantha's mom and sister have not been accused of any wrongdoing. Samantha later pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor, attempted grand theft. She was sentenced to 4 months in jail and 3 years probation. We head off to the Circle One food store, where this clerk, Kamaljit Singh, kept a winning ticket he had checked for this lottery investigator. The ticket was later claimed by his wife.
Chris Hansen. I'm a reporter with Dateline NBC. It's a television show. We're doing a story on the lottery.
I show Singh this video.
This is earlier this year, in October. A woman came into your store. She gave you 3 tickets. That's you, right? Yeah.
He sees himself scratching the tickets and checking them on the lottery machine scanner. And of course, he doesn't tell the investigator any of the tickets are winners.
None of them are winners? All right. Have a good day.
Why would you tell somebody that a ticket was not a winner when it really was a winner?
I told you one ticket is not winner, two tickets something.
Yeah, but one ticket was a winner.
Yes, winner is no machine is not working something.
So you said the machine's not working.
It's not working.
But according to lottery computer records, the lottery machine was working just fine that day.
Now, you see, the reason why I know you're lying is because we can tell that you scanned that ticket and you checked it and you found out it was a $1,000 winner.
It's not like
It was scanned. The machine is connected to a computer system that can say it was scanned. And we know you scanned it.
you scanned it. Yeah,
He tells me that the scanner was somehow delayed and didn't tell him right away that the ticket was a winner.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It scans it immediately, and we know that from the state's computers. So it's just a big mistake. Here's what I don't understand. If it was a mistake, how come you gave the ticket to your wife? Why?
But as far as undercover lottery investigators are concerned, it's Singh and his wife who made the mistake. They're arrested and later both pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor, attempted grand theft. They were both sentenced to 4 months in jail and 3 years probation. Our next stop, a cigarette outlet store, to talk to this clerk, Josephine Wilwart.
No winners. Thanks. Have a good day.
She isn't there when we arrive. So how do lottery investigators get her to come to the store? They call her and tell her that the prize money will be waiting for her.
Told her that we had her prize. It's been a while. We're here to present her with her prize. And she said she was going to work at 3 o'clock today. Could she meet us at this store? It all works.
And later in the day, sure enough, there's Wilwart behind the counter, expecting to collect $1,000. We ask her how she got that winning ticket.
Well, I was cleaning the parking lot and I found a ticket out there. Though I found four $1 ones and then another one. So I put them in my purse and then I checked them. One was a winner.
But investigators know that Wilwart had actually scanned the ticket when the undercover investigator handed it to her. But she says the tickets were not winners.
Because I told her, I go, you want your tickets back? She goes, well, if they're not winners, just throw them in the trash. So that's what I did. And I tore them into little pieces and threw them in the trash. Why? What's wrong now?
What's wrong is that the undercover investigator appears to say no such thing. We show her the tape. Lottery investigators also have this video of Wilwart checking that $1,000 ticket at another store. But she has an explanation for that.
Well, I'm just telling you, I took it to this guy. He put it in the machine. He said it's a winner. When he pulled it out, he tore the thing. So then I told him, well, don't worry about it. I'll just tape it. So that's when I called. And then I told my husband I'm going to take it and get the paperwork I need done. The guy gave me a claim form. So I claim, find it. I don't understand what's going on.
So you claimed the ticket, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But she sticks to her story.
I have no reason to freaking lie or take anything from anybody that doesn't belong to me. I've been here almost 5 years. Why would I even do that?
Wilwart is just realizing there is no real prize money waiting for her.
So now I don't get no money because somebody thinks
I'm not
I
with the
did
lottery,
something
man.
wrong?
I'm with Dateline NBC. So I'm not with the lottery.
This is
Take care.
you too.
Yep.
Not only is she not getting any money, she's about to get what you'd have to call the booby prize.
I need to come out from behind the counter.
For what? I didn't do nothing.
Wilwart later pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor, attempted grand theft, and was sentenced to 3 months in jail and 3 years probation.
Hey, Mr. Kim?
As we visit more lottery retailers, we hear more imaginative stories about how winning tickets ended up in the wrong hands.
And there was a ticket presented here, it appears, that was a $1,000 winner.
We're still on the road in Riverside, California, watching lottery investigators as they confront retailers and clerks who allegedly stole winning tickets. We're talking to them as well.
So our next stop is the World Market.
The investigators believe the store clerk, Do Kim, took the winning ticket and cashed it himself.
Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. How are you?
Kim apparently realizes why we're there and doesn't want to talk.
Well, I don't want to get the interviews.
But you need to see a couple things here, because I have some information from the state lottery and we have some video. A woman came in, presented a ticket. You scanned it. You told the woman that she was not a winner, but that ticket was a $1,000 winner. How did this happen?
He asks us to turn off the camera.
Please leave, okay? Please.
We don't turn it off, but we agree to have our crew go outside the store. Kim tells us his version of what happened, that he checked 2 of the 3 tickets the investigator handed him, and when he found they were not winners, he claims he threw all 3 in the trash. But lottery computers have a record of him scanning the winning ticket. He finally admits to me that he claimed the ticket himself, saying that because the investigator didn't come back to claim it, it was now his. Kim is arrested and later pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor, attempted grand theft. He was sentenced to 6 months in jail and 3 years probation.
We're now headed over to the El Rancho market, and this is an interesting one because it appears as though the owner's wife is the one who actually ripped the ticket.
You check these for me. They're my friends. I don't think they're winners, but you could just check them for me.
I'm Chris Hansen. I'm with Dateline NBC. How are you? And we're doing a story on the lottery, and we're trying to figure out how a winning ticket was presented here, but the woman who presented it was told it was not a winning ticket.
No, it's a mistake.
A mistake.
Yeah.
I showed Talat Khan video of the investigator handing her a winning ticket.
That's you right here, and she's saying, you're saying she didn't win.
Yeah, but when she go, then I check it.
Khan tells me she finally realized it was a winner, but too late to notify anyone. She also tells me she scanned the ticket only once.
Okay. Well, there's a couple problems with that story.
What?
Well, one of the problems is that we know that the ticket was scanned twice here at the store. It was checked at 9:44, which is about the time the lottery investigator was here, and then it was checked again at about 9 minutes after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, we know that for a fact, so somebody rechecked that ticket to make sure it was a winner. Who did that?
I don't know. I don't remember. I checked only one time.
You only checked it one time. So how would it, did it just magically get up and walk over to the machine and check itself?
No, but
How
I
does
don't
that happen?
remember. I don't remember.
It grew legs and checked itself?
I checked only one time.
Who claimed the ticket?
My daughter.
Your daughter. What did you tell your daughter about the ticket?
I said some customer left it.
Some customer left it.
Yeah.
But her daughter apparently has a different version of events.
Well, you know, the problem here, Mrs. Khan, is that your daughter says that she bought the ticket, she put it in her purse, forgot about it, and finally saw it and decided it was time to cash it in. Now, that is a completely different story than the one you just told me. Yeah, it is.
This is a mistake. I told you I don't need money. That's why I keep the ticket and check it. Nothing.
Khan's husband and co-owner of the store arrives and tells us he thought his daughter really did buy the ticket at their store.
You knew nothing about this. What did you say to your wife about this?
She did wrong.
She did wrong.
And it's all about to get worse for the Khans. Because he and his wife are the owners of the store and the licensed lottery retailers, the lottery is going to terminate their license to sell lottery tickets and remove all the lottery equipment from this store and another one they own. Stores like this count on lottery sales to stay afloat.
What is that going to do to you, the fact that you are no longer a lottery retailer?
Mostly we sell the lottery. That's people come in the store, they buy the other stuff. You know, we lose the business. We are with the lottery, no business.
Mr. Khan's wife and daughter are arrested and later plead guilty to a misdemeanor, attempted grand theft. The Khan's daughter also pleaded to another misdemeanor, receiving stolen property. Both of them were sentenced to 4 months in jail and 3 years probation. To date, the California Lottery has investigated more than 500 stores. The clerk or retailer kept the tickets and tried to cash them in 59 times, resulting in prosecutions every time. At another 30 stores, the lottery clerk kept the winner but didn't cash in the ticket.
It's a violation of public trust.
District Attorney Rod Pacheco's office prosecuted the cases in Riverside.
Were you surprised that this kind of a crime was taking place?
Yeah, I was kind of shocked about it. And I was shocked in the sense that I don't know why I didn't think that people would do such a thing. But it made perfect sense when I thought about it.
And California's investigation seems to be having an impact. 3 of the retailers who were cashing the most winning tickets haven't cashed a single ticket since the investigation started 18 months ago. So how common are discounting and theft in other state lotteries? There's no way to know because few states have investigative arms like the one we saw in California. As we told you, retailers are turning up frequently as winners in other states. New York, Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Tennessee, just to name a few. Here in New York, the lottery sold more than $7 billion worth of tickets last year. It's the largest lottery in the country. We asked the New York Lottery to allow us to conduct an investigation similar to California's. It declined. So we tried to see for ourselves whether retailers in New York would tell us if we had a winning ticket. The New York Lottery claimed that our efforts to obtain winning tickets to use in our investigation was illegal and put out this alert, spit out at every lottery terminal in the New York City area. Warning, NBC News is trying to trick lottery retailers into stealing winning lottery tickets. Of course, that is not what we were trying to do. We were going to see if clerks in New York would be honest. The New York Lottery declined our request for an interview, but Gordon Medenica, the director of the New York Lottery, asked that this email be circulated to every lottery director in North America. He asked if Dateline had contacted them, if they'd granted us an interview. He even wanted to know if we had an attitude. How would you describe their tone towards the lottery industry, he asks. He goes on to say our story is about entrapping retailers into scamming customers out of lottery prizes. Meanwhile, a few other states are following California's lead and are either planning or have started undercover buying operations of their own. This video is from an undercover operation in Minnesota. In this case, the retailer did the right thing. And again, it should be noted that the vast majority of retailers are honest, and if you win, it's likely you're going to collect your prize.
There, $1,000 here.
You're kidding.
But what can you do to make sure that if you have a winning lottery ticket, you get your money? Joan Barucki is the director of the California Lottery.
One of the most important things that the consumer can do when they get their tickets is sign them. Even before you play the ticket, sign the ticket.
Then make sure you know the rules of the game you're playing and what makes a ticket a winner. Check your state lottery's website for information and odds. And while you're there, you can check the winning numbers as well. Most lotteries post the numbers on the website. Many states now have those ticket-checking machines in stores that players can use to see if they're winners. And some of the machines even tell you how much you've won.
Quite honestly, if the customer doesn't believe that the game is fair, and that they're going to be treated fairly, and that the integrity is there in the system, I'm not going to be able to sell that ticket.
And if you do ask the lottery clerk to check the tickets, make sure you ask for a receipt for any winning ticket. But Director Barucki wants to make sure, even though the odds are long, that they're the same for everyone who plays.
I want to make sure that everybody knows that the lottery has the highest integrity. And we also want our retailers and our clerks to know that that's very important to us. We're going to be watching.
Can you check these for me?